Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Y'all already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Jonathan Majors is set to be sentenced in this domestic violence situation. Y'all remember y'all seen Jonathan Majors get out that SUV with that white lady and he went running down the street and she went running after him down the street. And then it looked like a brother was running for his life. And eventually they ended up in a courtroom. Fast forward, he gets found guilty. She walks away with a smile on her face. And now he's about to be sentenced. Actor Jonathan Majors is scheduled to be sentenced on Tuesday after a jury found him guilty of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend last year. He's 34 years old, and he was convicted of one count of misdemeanor third-degree assault and on one count of second-degree harassment. But he was acquitted of two other counts of assault and aggravated harassment in a split verdict following a trial in December of 2023. He is scheduled to appear in the New York criminal court at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, and he faces up to a year in prison on the two counts. That's today, February 6th of 2024. Damn it. I don't think they're going to give him any time in prison or jail or nothing because, it's his first offense. And he's not seen as a risk to the public. He doesn't go around. He's not a menace to society. And he's financially stable. He can take care of himself. And he's always been a responsible person so far. So I see this going down as probably some community service. Probably they'll have him speak somewhere and all that other stuff. But let's get more into the case, though, because Megan Good is certainly holding his hand and standing by him. Ain't Megan Good like 50 years old now? Or pushing 40 something, close to 50. So she's with a young 30 something year old, and she is willing to go through all this. And he was over there calling Megan Good, making him feel like she is Coretta Scott King. I believe that they shot back from the King side and said, don't put my mama name in your bullshit. Anyways, Majors declined to testify in his defense during the trial. In an exclusive sit-down interview with ABC News Live's Lindsay Davis last month, he said that he was shocked and he was afraid upon hearing the verdict. I'm standing there and the verdict comes down. I say to myself, how is this possible based off the evidence? Based off the prosecution's evidence, let alone our evidence. How is this possible? He said. Well, my boy, you a black man running down the street. There's a white woman chasing you. More than likely, it ain't going to work in your favor, whether you were chasing her or she was chasing you. But I guess he got his card revoked, and they pulled the other card just to let him know who he is in the grand scheme of things. Man, he has lost a lot. And I'm talking about all his endorsement deals, all his movies are taken off all major networks. Whatever parts he had coming up in the future have been canceled and given to somebody else. He's not acting in any movies. They just cut a brother off straight up. It's so wrong. But let's get to why it happened, though. So the charges stem from a March 2023 altercation with his ex, or his then girlfriend, Grace Jabari, in a for-hire SUV in New York City, right? The mixed verdict signaled the jury believes that Majors recklessly assaulted his girlfriend, now his ex, but did not intentionally do so. That's complicated, but I'll break it down for you. So the altercation began inside of the SUV. After Jabari's, which is his girlfriend, saw a text message from another woman on his phone. She flipped out like any other woman would, according to testimony from the trial. Now, Jabari, the female, she testified that she tried to grab his phone after she saw the text message pop up saying, "I wish I was kissing you right now." My man was playing the field and he got caught out there in left field. So she got upset like any woman would, and she tries to grab the phone. She described in court Majors pulling her right hand behind her back while holding the phone in her left hand. It just felt like he was twisting my arm and my hand and trying to make me feel some pain, she said in court. Mind you, she snatched his phone. She's holding his phone. So what the court's saying is, so what if she snatched your phone, Ninja? You should have never tried to get your phone back from her. You get out the car, you go call the police, and you let the police tell her, give Jonathan his phone back, Jabari. Okay, now go your separate ways. And because you didn't do that, you injured her. Now, I know you didn't mean to because it was in the heat of the moment and you were trying to get your phone, but you ended up injuring her arm. Prosecutor said that Jabari fractured her finger and showed jurors photos that were taken by the police of her injuries, including a cut to her ear and a bruised and swollen finger. Major denied twisting her arm and causing those injuries in an interview with Davis. She went to grab the phone. He said, I held the phone. I pulled the phone back to me. She came on top of me, squeezing my face and slapped me. And that's all I remember, he said. Now, during the trial, the prosecutor claims that Majors inflicted a manipulative pattern of psychological abuse and physical abuse on Jabari that culminated in the incident that happened in the SUV. The Emmy-nominated actor was arrested in March of 2023 after officers responded to a 911 call in the Manhattan area for an alleged domestic dispute. Majors subsequently filed a cross-complaint against Jabari, the alleged person that he was the person who was alleging that he was the one that assaulted her. So she already laid the groundwork for this. He already had been arrested because the police had been called to their residence before. People don't know about that part. They only seen him running from the black SUV that night. So he was in a relationship being shitty and toxic. He was cheating on her and she caught him and her emotions took the best of her, just like any other woman. So Jabari was arrested in October of 2023 in New York on multiple charges after he filed a cross complaint, right? Now, through the Manhattan District Attorney's Office subsequently said that it decided not to prosecute her because the case lacks prosecutorial merit. Imagine that. Wow. Now, in response to Major's comments to Davis, Jabari attorney said the actor continues to take no accountability for his actions. The timing of these new statements demonstrates a clear lack of remorse for the actions for which he was found guilty and should make the sentencing decisions fairly easy for the court, her attorney Brittany Henderson said in a statement to ABC News at the time. Jonathan Majors played a role of Kong in several Marvel flicks and TV shows, which they have all taken off the friggin' air, including the Disney Plus series Loki, and was set to return to the role in Avengers Kong Dynasty. Slated for a 2026 release date. Big projects, huge projects, multi-million-dollar paying projects. Now we can follow the verdict. Marvel dropped Majors from future projects as the Marvel villain. Disney is actually the parent company of ABC News and Marvel. ABC News, Aaron Katersky and Rachel Wenslaff contributed to this report. So they are basically telling you that their bosses don't want to work with him anymore and that, listen, it's over. Go about your business. We cut you loose, Ninja. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I see a lot of black women out here saying, yep, he learned his lesson. He should have been with a sister. But let's be honest, though. I've seen a lot of sisters ruin brothers' lives just the same way, right? She find out he cheating or she suspect that he's cheating and she start wrecking stuff. And the minute he put his hands on her trying to subdue her or trying to make sure he's not messed up, you know, the police comes in and next thing you know, there goes the police saying he abused her and he's going to jail. And now he has a domestic violence record and all the money he worked for goes down the drain and his whole career is over. So it doesn't matter to me what woman you're with. It matters the character of the woman that you're with. You got some women out there that'll be like, listen, I'm not going to blow up and have the police in our business. I understand what's at stake here. And regardless of whatever, we got to protect the check. But remember, he wasn't married to her, right? So if you ain't married to the man, you just getting what a boyfriend is giving. And when the boyfriend finds somebody else and decides he don't want to be with you no more, you don't get anything more, right? So the only other way to get it is through a lawsuit. You bent my arm, you hurt my finger, I needed to go through some kind of therapy and rehabilitation, $5 million. And he loses his career and she doesn't care because the relationship was over anyways. There you go, Megan Good, black woman. Take him back. You can have him now. Bye. On to the next one. I don't know. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'm out. Peace.